Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to all to our today's online class. I will take your science class. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Let me introduce myself. I am Nargis Akther, teacher of Class 4, Sector 7, Milestone Preparatory KG School. How are you all? Hope all are you well. By the grace of Almighty Allah, I am also fine. So, my dear lovely students, what you have learned from your previous lesson? Yes, Chapter 7, Natural Resources. So, from this chapter, what we have learned? What is natural resources? Types of natural resources. There are some types of natural resources. Water resources, land resources, mineral resources, forest resources, and other natural resources. We have learned natural resources in Bangladesh. Some natural resources are available in our country. What are they? Plants, animals, air, water, and also natural gas, coal, and some minerals. We have learned classification of natural resources. There are two groups of natural resources, renewable resources and non-renewable resources. Uses of natural resources for energy also we have learned. Suppose sunlight, water current, wind, we can get or we can produce electricity. We have learned fossil fuel. Conservation of natural resources. How to conserve the natural resources we have learned. There are some ways to conserve the natural resources. Reducing the uses of resources, using the resources, recycling the resources, using renewable resources, and last one, changing behavior. So changing behavior is very, very important because it is the best way to conserve the natural resources. So, up to this one, we have learned from this chapter. Hope you have understood the lesson properly and you have enjoyed the class and you have learned lots of things from this chapter. Let's go to our today's lesson. What can we see in the picture? First picture is about the day sky. So we can see sun, cloud at the day. And second picture is about the night sky. So what can we see in the night sky? Moon, lots of stars, and we are charmed by their beauty. And what is the picture? Last one, about galaxy. So from all of this picture, can you guess? Today we are going to start a new topic, new chapter. What is the chapter name? Chapter 8. The universe. Yes, today we have to learn about our universe. So, my dear students, take out your copy, book, and pen. First, you have to write CW in your copy. What about your classwork? Classwork number 18, reading practice, page number 56, 57. And book activity, page number 56. Today, from this chapter, we have to do this one. So which topic today I have to discuss? The universe, the moon, the phases of the moon. Before going to discuss about this topic, you need to learn some difficult word from this chapter. So you have to write this difficult word in your copy. Sphere. Hope you have heard this word. Sphere means a round, solid figure. Phases. What is the meaning of phases? Phases means stage in process of change. Planet. Large space object that moves around the sun. Later we have to learn more about the planet. Quarter. 1/4 of something. Telescope. What is telescope? An optical instrument that makes far away object look closer. Satellite. A space object that moves around a planet. Orbit. The path through which the Earth and other planets move around the sun. Another difficult, rotating. The spinning motion of the Earth on its axis. Waxing is very important, means to increase or get bigger. Waning, just opposite of waxing, to decrease or get smaller. Crescent, a thin curved shape, gibbous greater than a semicircle and less than a circle. So already I have discussed about this difficult word: satellite, orbit, rotating, waxing, waning. So to understand this difficult word, hope it will easy to understand the today's lesson. So first of all, we have to learn about what is universe. So what is universe? The huge space where all matter, all energies, all stars and all planets, all galaxies are kept, that is called universe. Again I am repeating, what is universe? The huge space where all matter. About matter already we have learned from chapter 5. All energies, all stars, all planets and all galaxies are kept, that is called universe. Let's see the picture of universe. Now moon. What is moon? The moon is a space object that moves around the earth. Again I am telling, what is moon? The moon is a space object that moves around the earth. It is a large sphere made of rock materials. You can see here the picture of moon. We have to learn some things about the moon. Moon, it doesn't make its own light. When it reflects the sun's light, we can see the moon. From the earth, we can see the hills, mountains, valleys on the moon with a telescope. The moon is the only satellite of the earth. Now question may come, so we have learned also another satellites, suppose Bangabandhu satellite. Yes, there is a difference. Earth is only one natural satellite. Moon is only one natural satellite of the earth. And we have also so many artificial satellites. That one is Bangabandhu satellite. So, the moon is only the satellite of the earth. So, what is the satellite? A satellite is an object that moves around a planet. Earlier also, I have told you. The moon rotates on its axis once every 28 days and it also moves around the earth once every 28 days. Now go for next. From this picture, easily you can understand the position of sun, moon and earth. That means earth is rotating around the sun and moon is rotating around the earth. The moon. We can only see the bright side of the moon. When we see full side of the lighted, that is called full moon. When we can't see any lighted side, that is called new moon. Yes, in your practical life, if you can observe the moon, you can see moon is playing hide and seek with us. Sometimes we can see full moon, sometimes we can't see any moon, sometimes we can see very the curved shape of the moon, sometimes we can see half shape of the moon. So that's why why it is happening, we have to learn. Moon phases. When we observe the moon in the night sky, the moon's shapes look a little different every night. Earlier I told you, the moon shapes seems big and round on the same night. On the other nights, it looks small and half shapes. So, the changing shapes of the bright part of the moon that we can see are called the phases of the moon. Earlier I told you, what is the shapes of the moon? Shapes of the moon is a sphere shape. So when we see full moon, that means only half shapes moon we can see. Again I am telling, what is the phases of the moon? The changing shapes of the bright part of the moon that we can see are called the phases of the moon. There are 8 phases of the moon. What are they? start from new moon, after then waxing crescent, first quarter, waxing gibbous, full moon, waning gibbous, last quarter, and waning crescent. These phases repeat in every 28 days. That means almost 1 month. After that, I have to discuss one after another. First, start from new moon. New moon is one phases of the moon. A new moon is when the moon can't be seen because we are looking at until half of the moon. The new moon phase occurs when the moon is directly between the earth and the sun. That means we can't see any moon. Fully dark night. From the picture you can easily understand these shapes, these phases is called new moon. Waxing crescent. After new moon, the shape's name is called waxing crescent. First, you need to understand waxing. What is the meaning of waxing? Earlier I told you, waxing means increasing. And crescent means one of a shape, smaller than half, a curved shape. So, a waxing crescent moon is when the moon looks like crescent shape and the crescent increases in size from one day to next day. This phase usually is only seen in the west side. So which side we can see waxing crescent? The west side of the sky. Again I am telling waxing means increasing. Crescent means is a shape smaller than half. From the picture, you can easily understand the shapes about the waxing crescent. That means lighted part is increasing from new moon. Now first quarter. After waxing crescent, then first quarter. That means our lighted part is increasing and up to half of the moon. So first quarter moon, that means half of the moon is when half of the portion of the moon is visible after the waxing crescent phase. Is called first quarter. After first quarter, what is the phases of the moon? Waxing gibbous. Waxing means increasing. I told you. Gibbous means gibbous also a shapes. Smaller than full. That means smaller than full circle, but greater than half. Again I am telling about gibbous. Gibbous is a one kind of shape smaller than full but greater than half circle. So a waxing gibbous moon occurs when more than half of the lit portion of the moon can be seen. And the shape increases in size from one day to next day. That means our lighted part is increasing of the moon. So from the picture, from the figure, easily you can understand what is called waxing gibbous. The shapes more than half but smaller than full. Clear, my dear students? Now full moon. Yes. Full moon is very, very beautiful for us. So what is full moon? A full moon is when we can see the entire lit portion, that means entire lighted portion of the moon. The full moon phase occurs when the moon is opposite side of the earth from the sun. Again I am telling, a full moon is when we can see the full lighted portion of the moon. When it occurs, when the moon is opposite side of the earth from the sun. From the picture you can easily understand. It's called full moon. We are charmed by seeing this full moon on the bank of the sea, on the bank of the river, and we like it to enjoy it. Is it? Now, warning give us. After full moon, our lighted part start to decrease. So that's why what is warning? Warning means decrease, get smaller. Give us means already I told you earlier. The shapes greater than half, smaller than full circle. So a warning gibbous moon occurs when more than half of the lit portion of the moon can be seen and the shape decreases once in size from one day to the next day. That means after full moon, our lighted part starts to decrease. After decreasing, the first shape's name is warning gibbous. Warning means decreasing and gibbous means shape greater than half and greater than half and smaller than full circle. Last quarter moon. The last quarter moon, that means half moon, is when half of the lit portion of the moon is visible to us after the waxing gibbous. So, this half shape, that means left side portion of the lighted part, half shape of the moon, is called last quarter moon. From the picture, easily you can understand about the last quarter moon. Left side part lighted. Warning crescent. Warning means decreasing. Crescent means shape smaller than half. That means a curved shape, very small shape. A warning crescent moon is when the moon looks like the crescent and the crescent decreases in size from one day to the next day. After last quarter, lighted part is decreasing and the shape name is called warning crescent. From the picture, it is about the picture of warning crescent. Waxing crescent means right side part lighted portion and warning crescent means left side part lighted portion. Crescent shape is a half of the smaller of the half. Now, these about the phases of the moon. From this picture, you can easily understand. In your textbook, there is also a picture of phases of the moon. You have to practice at your home. Question may come from here. Write about the phases of the moon with the figure. So you have to write the full paragraph from your textbook and you have to draw the figure also. So from the figure, start from new moon. After new moon, that means that one waxing crescent, lighted part. First quarter, then waxing gibbous, then full moon, then warning gibbous. After that last quarter, after that warning crescent. Again new moon started. So my dear students, hope up to this end you have understood. Now, let's go for your book activity. Page number 56. So, my dear students, in your book, there is one mistake about the observing the moon. About the date. First start from 11th September. So 11th September, first one, and after that in your book there is written 12th September, after that 13th September, 14th September. So do the correction and write it correct one. So 11th September, first start from new moon. After that 15th September, waxing crescent. So in your book there is written 12th September. You have to cut it and write it 15th September. 15th September, waxing crescent. After that 19th September, first quarter. After that 23rd September, waxing gibbous. You have to write it and complete your book work and submit it, or teachers will check it. Now summary of the lesson. So from this chapter, what we have learned? We have learned the universe, the moon, the phases of the moon. So what is universe? A huge space where all galaxies, stars, plants, space, all matter and all energies are kept. So are called universe. We have learned about the moon. That means what is moon? The moon is a space object that moves around the earth. It is a large sphere made of rock materials. Phases of the moon. What is phases of the moon? The changing shapes of the bright part of the moon that we see are called the phases of the moon. There are 8 phases of the moon. New moon, waxing crescent, first quarter, waxing gibbous, full moon, waning gibbous, last quarter, and waning crescent. This all we have learned from this chapter. Hope up to this end you have understood. Now go for your homework. What is your homework? Reading practice page number 56 and 57 and learn activity page number 56. And you have to learn the difficult word also from this chapter. And you have to read the chapter, that means your textbook, page number 56 and 57 thoroughly, and you have to practice the drawing figure of phases of the moon. Now I have to take some feedback. That means you have understood or not. I want to check. So my dear students, from this picture, can you tell me what is the name of this shape? Yes. Waning gibbous, full moon, new moon. What is the name? Yes, the shape's name is waning crescent. Now next picture. What is the name of this shape? Yes, full moon. We like it. The shape's name is full moon. What is the name of this shape? Yes, waxing crescent. What is the name of the shape of the moon? Yes, obviously it is gibbous. But waxing gibbous or waning gibbous? So let's see the answer. 1-ingibus. That means left side lighted part is called 1-ingibus. Now up to this one. Thank you, my dear students, for staying with me. Hope very soon we will meet together. Bye bye everybody, and you have to read your book, that means your textbook, properly, and pray for me. So thank you everybody. Khuda Hafiz.